Hi, how you guys doing? It's Johnny Shaboo. I'm giving my pick for college basketball for the day. Uh, Today, I think I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to give my best bets right off the bat. Then I'm going to go through the list. So I'm going to start off with Weber State and Sacramento State. Basically, Sacramento State's favored by 7 points and 3-game win streak, 14-5 in the season, 8-2 in their last 10. On the other side is the complete opposite. Lost 2 in a row, 7-8 in the season, and 3-7 in their last 10. Sacramento State's last 2 games, I think it was Southern Utah, have played very badly. No offense, and for that reason, I'm taking Weber State to win by double digits. I think this is a gift. Let's take that on. I like Oregon to beat Stanford. Stanford just had a loss to USC. Prior to that, they had a 5-game win streak. The thing is, they had 13 steals in that game against USC, and that shows a lot. Stanford went to triple overtime against Washington State. They rely heavily on their one player, Silva, and to be honest, I don't see them without him being relevant and playing every flipping minute. They have no chance. They came off flat-footed in their third overtime, scored 0 points in 5 minutes. For that reason, I like Oregon to win this game. I'm all over it. I like Murray State to beat Jacksonville State today. They're favored by 2 points. They lost earlier in the season by 4.5 points. They're both 7-3 in their last 10. Jacksonville State's playing decent as well. They lost to Belmont by 4 points, but then they just beat Tennessee State by 2 points. They had to come back from behind to win that game, and Murray State demolished that team by over 20 points. So I do feel like Murray State's going to redeem themselves, get this win out today. And the last game I'm going to put as my best bet is Boise State to come within San Diego State. They're playing hard. Let's be honest. They just beat Utah State by 2 games in a row. 4-game win streak to San Diego's 8-game win streak. Now, San Diego's for the past month has played very bad competition, likes of Wyoming, Fresno State, and I think San Jose State. I'm taking Boise State to come within those numbers. I feel like that's a good number. 7 points is a little too much for a team that's playing very good lately. Now let's go through the list. I'm jumping all over Santa Clara to come within 31 points. I feel like Gonzaga, Gonzaga's averaging like 97 points in their last 3 games. Santa Clara just has to score 65, 70 to come within. But, Gonzaga is demolishing teams. Just 31 points in a meaningless game, it's too much. So I'm taking Santa Clara to come within if I had to. I like Iowa to come within 4.5 points of Michigan. Basically, Wagner's found his match in Garza, and it's going to be a show to watch today, I'll be honest with you. Garza can basically win the game all right himself, man. If he puts a few people in foul trouble, it's going to be troublesome. Michigan's been near perfect, and sometime down the line, that's got to stop. Why not with Iowa, with a high offensive talented team like that? So I'm taking Iowa to come within, possibly win the game. I like Nebraska to come within Illinois' 17. I'm not really touching this game. Just 17 seems like a high number for a team that just came off a loss to Michigan State. Yeah, they're at home. They were on the road, but that was just a couple days ago. Sour taste in their mouth for sure. Western Kentucky's in Houston, and Houston beat Cincinnati by 40 points as a 12-point favorite or 14-point favorite. Western Kentucky hasn't been on my schedule for quite a while, but they're doing really well in the season. I just don't think they can match up to a Houston team. I don't see this as a letdown spot at all. I like Houston to win the game. 12 points. The way they're beating on teams recently, why not, right? Washington's in Arizona State, and Arizona State just beat them by 20 to 30 points. I'm liking Arizona State to win this game in the same fashion, double digits. They just outmatched them altogether. Robert Morris is in Detroit. Robert Morris, this is the 3rd game in a row against Detroit. I think 3rd game in 4 days or something in their scenario. And the first game they lost by 9. Second game they lost by 19. Today they're favored by, they're underdogs by 11 points. 10.5. I'm taking Detroit to win by 10.5 points again. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, or 3 times in a season, but 3 times in a row seems more likely to me than, 2 earlier in the season. This is the 3rd game. So for that reason, I feel like Detroit already knows what they're getting themselves into, and they're just going to establish this win, and that'll pretty much be it. Purdue, Fort Wayne's, and Wisconsin, Green Bay. Now with this game, this is the 3rd outing against each other, but they played earlier in the season. Wisconsin, Green Bay, since they're 5-5 in their last 10, to 1-9 of Purdue, Fort Wayne. Yes, Wisconsin, Green Bay beat them twice by 15, by 17, and now it's only a 5-point spread. Seems something fishy. Usually I'd be all over Wisconsin, Green Bay in this scenario. The only thing that I'm iffy about when I'm looking at the roster, Wisconsin, Green Bay just has no height to them, no meat to them. So they play a majority guards play the majority of the game, and I feel like they're undersized today against Purdue, Fort Wayne. I like them to come within and redeem themselves, at least this game, and to come within 5 points. I like Belmont and Eastern Kentucky to be a lot closer than 7.5 points. Belmont plays and wins every single game. Just the thing is, against tougher competition, people want to beat the best, so they're coming after them, and Belmont's only winning by a couple points, but the thing is they always squeeze out the win. In their last 3 games, I think they're averaging 80 points a game. In their last 3, they're averaging 75 points, but on the road they're averaging 85 points. In their last game they scored 90. Belmont should definitely put up a lot of points. If Eastern Kentucky can match them, I see Eastern Kentucky coming within. But if they can't shoot with them today, it's going to be a blowout. I like UCLA to beat Utah today. 1-point spread. They're favored on the road. I think it's a gift today. UCLA's been playing really well recently. I'll take them. San Francisco's in Brigham Young, and San Francisco played them earlier in the season. They were at home. They lost by 9 points to Brigham Young. Brigham Young had 41 rebounds in that game, 10 offensive. I think they dominated that game. Thing is, with San Francisco, they only went to the free throw line 3 times, and they shot 13 for 36 at the 3-point line. They're shooting a lot of threes, trying to spread it out, but they're not getting to the line. They're not putting any foul trouble on Brigham Young, and I think that's going to cost them today. If they're not going to strike into the lane and try to get easier baskets, they're going to have a tough time scoring against Brigham Young. So I'll take that on at home. Loyola Marymount's and Pepperdine, and these are very similar teams. Play tough, but they're not having the best seasons. I like Loyola Marymount to keep it closer than 4 points. Ohio State's in Michigan State, and Ohio State's not bad at all. Not bad at all. They had a close encounter against Michigan, and Michigan State's been doing amazing. This game technically should be a lot closer, but something's got to give with Michigan State. I don't see them as the team from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And you know what? I like Ohio State, how they've been playing. I like Ohio State to win by 5 points today. USC is in Colorado. USC is underdog by 2.5 points. And you know what? The way they've been playing lately, I like USC to win this game. Colorado's no joke, especially at home is no joke. 2.5 points is a very low spread for a team that's so dominant. But the way USC's been playing recently, I would take USC. Just that them having 13 steals on them, scary. So if you like a defensive team, you would be all over Colorado. But the way USC's been playing, I'm not touching anything other than them. The last game I'm probably gonna touch on is Pacific and St. Mary's. Pacific had a decent game last against San Diego. I like them to come within 7 points. St. Mary's is usually a dominant team. This year, with all the COVID, and it's hard to get a good grasp of what the team's really like with so many shutdowns. But I do like Pacific to come within the numbers. Those are my picks for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just trying to break down everything for you guys. You guys come see me for more picks tomorrow. Choose wisely and take care of yourselves. I appreciate everybody. Thank you again.